Hola, amigos. How are we? Welcome to the live stream. Trader Tom here, and I am with you for the next 45 minutes or so. We've got a plan, as always, and the plan is as follows. I'm going to show you some trades that I am looking at. It's been one of those weeks, guys, where it's just news, and big news, right? We had the Fed yesterday. We can look at the reaction from that. We had Canadian dollar interest rate yesterday. We've got euro interest rate today. You know, it's one of them weeks that it's, difficult to get into the markets. There's so much big news coming out. So we're going to look at all of that reaction and the reaction from the news. And again, show you a couple of trades that I'm interested in. We are also going to do a Forex quiz. I love a bloody quiz. So hopefully you do too. We're going to do a Forex quiz, and the winner of this quiz will win a $5,000 challenge courtesy of Blueberry Funded or E8 Markets. All right, so get involved with that, guys. What else are we going to do? We're going to look at the news. So let's take a look at the news, guys. And, just look, sorry, guys, I even forgot the yen interest rate. And we've seen some yen weakness today. So we had the yen earlier on, and it was as expected, as a lot of the time it is with interest rates, right? Forecast was 0.5, actual was 0.5. But whatever was said in this press conference, right, or even this report, has led to a weak yen, right? And you can see that in today's markets. I also like some euro trades today, right? And I'm going to look at a few of them in a minute. But, the euro, it's got all of this news coming out. Well, it's come out. And we've got the ECB interest rate decision as well. Okay, so we've got, we've got so much news. We've got more US dollar news, we've got more euro news, but the big one is the ECB interest rate decision. And again, the forecast is 2.15%. Chances are there's a high probability it will be 2.15%. But again, it will be what is said in the policy statement, what's said in this press conference half hour later, that will really put the strength or weakness into the euro. All right, because we actually wanted to trade euro US dollar sells earlier on, but we bloody couldn't because we've got so much news today. And then while we're on the subject of news, guys, let's go back to yesterday, because the Fed, as expected, what is wrong with my internet of late? The Fed, as expected, keep their interest rate at 4%. So they reduced the interest rate by 25 basis points. Again, during the press conference, old Powell, my old Fed chairman, friend Powell. Anyway, he basically said, look, we've decreased the interest rates as expected, but we don't know if we're going to keep decreasing them, right? It depends on the data that comes in. But the problem they have is, the government is shut. They may not have all the data that they usually have to hand to make these decisions. Right, so just lots going on with the news. And also worth pointing out, Canadian dollar interest rate decision. Again, what was said in these reports and these statements has led to a very strong Canadian dollar. Right, so that leads me on to my first couple of trades that I'm looking at, guys. And they are Canadian dollar strength. And I'm looking at this. Euro Canadian dollar. I think this is at a really nice level. If we look at the day chart, right, this candle, right, just broke these lows. But not only that, guys, it's broken this low as well. So we're clearly in a downtrend, right? Lower highs, lower lows. We got a nice big bearish candle because, as I said, Canadian dollar strength came into the market. And we're just getting a nice retrace, guys, right? If we go down to the H4, we're getting a nice retrace as we speak. And you can see this level here, right? This was that last daily low, right? Let me just put my phone on silent. It keeps bloody beeping at me. Normally I have my phone on silent, but very unprofessional today, I must say. If you have any letters of complaint, please direct them to the editor, not me. So yeah, I really like Euro CAD, and this level in here is looking nice for a potential sell trade. All right, so we're keeping an eye on this. Another trade we're looking at is Canadian dollar Swiss franc, but this will need a deeper retrace because in fact, we were discussing this in the live stream yesterday. We were like, what will price do at this level? And this was obviously before the Canadian interest rate come out. And then it has just flown up, right? I still think there's a little bit more room to take it back up to these highs, right? So I'm still liking this for buys and Canadian dollar strength. But like Euro CAD, we will be looking for, I'll be looking for a deeper retrace, right? Potentially down to our smart river, right? Daily is bullish. Our indicator gives you all this information. But somewhere in here could be a really nice buy trade. So yeah, Canadian dollar strength, there are a couple of trades there. But we're also looking at Swiss franc weakness as well, guys. So let me just show you everything I'm looking at, and then we'll take as many of your questions as we can. And also, guys, don't forget, we are going to do a Forex, got to do the fingers, a Forex quiz, and you can win a $5,000 funded challenge. Booyakasha. I don't know what that means. So yeah, so we like Canadian dollar Swiss franc. I like US dollar Swiss franc, right? But, you know, Elvis may have left the building. But yeah, really like US dollar Swiss franc. And US dollar strength came into the market as well on the back of the Fed. But we're getting higher lows, higher highs, right? And again, we're looking to take price. I would look to take it to the next resistance level, right? But in fact, I would make this resistance level. Let's do this, guys. This is more of a current resistance level now. Okay. So I'm looking left to see where prices touch. This is the most recent level of interest. It's been hit before and proven to be good resistance. I would potentially aim to take price all the way back up to here. I know a few guys on our Discord channel have gotten into this trade, and so far so good. You know, I just haven't yet. I was looking for potentially a more of a pullback, and then we could look to enter. So yeah. And the other Swiss franc pair we're looking at is Aussie dollar Swiss franc. Again, on the day chart, you know, Swiss franc has been weak, right? And these have been blitzing. I'm a little concerned about this gap, but big bullish candle, room to move into. Okay, again on the H4, I'll just be looking for exactly the same thing, guys. I just rinse and repeat. Okay, so we're in this uptrend, price retraces into here, potentially back down to those highs. This will be a good level to start buying Aussie dollar Swiss franc. So there you go, guys. That's what I am looking at. I also like Euro US dollar sells, but we unfortunately, so me and the guys So the guys using the indicator and all of our Discord channel pretty much, we're looking at this nice H4 structure with Euro US dollar. We got this nice pullback with a bearish candle, right? Just look to take price back down to these lows. We know the daily is bearish. We saw some US dollar strength off the back of the Fed. Look at that. So we wanted to sell this today, but again, just look at today's news, right? Look at that euro news, euro, interest rate decision, euro, right? So tricky to do, guys. Yeah, so there you go, guys. That is everything I am looking at. What do you want to talk about, guys? This is your show as much as my show. I call it a show. Should really call it a stream. I don't, do I think I'm a game show host? It's all these quizzes we keep doing and these giveaways we keep doing. It's making me feel like a game show host. So there you go. Maybe I shouldn't have been a trader. Maybe I should have been a game show host. Nice flashy suit, just, yeah, pretty cushy number, I reckon. But anyway, guys, let's see who is in the house. So Brett, hi. Nero, hi. Niraj, hi. How are you? Rodrigo, Luigi. Okay, so yeah, Luigi said, look, let's check Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. And we did exactly that, Luigi, right? On that day chart, we were like, what will happen here? We had the Canadian dollar interest rate coming out. And at this level, basically is determining, is this going to be a downtrend continuation or is it going to be a break of trend? And it was a break of trend on the back of that interest rate news. Yeah, Canadian dollar's very bullish. I'm looking to buy this bad boy back up to this level here. So yeah, bullish Canadian dollar. Hi, Tony. How are you? Max, how are you, mate? Always love all your trades, Max, in the Discord. Gold buys. Buying gold, Nero. Very brave. We'll take a look at gold. Okay, Max wants to look at euro, Aussie dollar for buys or sells, Max. Let us know. We can take a look at that. Good afternoon, Evans. Brian, hello, the winner of our 5K yesterday. So hi. How is everyone? So okay, let's take a look at gold. All right. So Emperor Nero wants to look at gold, and we spoke about this in the VIP. And this was potentially a nice trade, right? So we had this. So let's start with the weekly chart, right? We have had, gold, as we know, has been so overextended. That is mentally overextended. Physically, cosmically, you name it, that is overextended. And at some point, it was going to have a retrace, right? And our job as a trader is to look at the signs that suggest a retrace, right? And the signs were, right? Obviously, this finished with a big weekly bearish candle. I still think this has room to move into. But obviously, on the lower time frames, what happens on the lower time frames gives us a quicker view of it. Okay, so the day chart, as soon as we got this candle here, I became a gold seller, right? Not as in that's my job, I sell gold now, but my view of this market was to sell because for the first time, right, in quite a while, we've had like a structure break, right? We've had a break of these lows. We've started to get lower highs. That hasn't happened for some time. The last time that happened was here. Okay. And then look what happened after that, right? But this is really overextended, and really I am a gold seller now, right? Now, the problem with yesterday was the Fed. So I was interested in gold in this area in here because it ticked all of our boxes, right? We're in a downtrend. It's retraced to our smart river, which is part of our price action pro indicator. If you're interested, guys, check out the links in the live in the video description. We had a nice bearish daily candle, right? You know, this could have been a nice trade in here. Starts selling here, stops up here. You know, we would have taken some pips out of this market. But it was literally when the Fed was about to talk, right? And, you know, you don't want to be in a trade when Powell is waxing lyrical. So, yeah, it's the story of this week, guys, really. You've just been so prohibited by news. You're like, oh, today I really like euro US dollar sales. Got so much euro news. Yesterday I liked US dollar yen sales, which I actually got into, but just moved my stop loss to break even before the Fed. That got, you know, a break even trade. I liked gold yesterday, couldn't get into that. Fed, right? So that's been the problem this week, is a heavy news week. But you're going to have them, guys, right? And, you know, one of the best things you can do as a trader is sit on these hands until they are purple, right? You know, especially when you have just constant news coming out, right? Anything could happen. Or, you know, build positions, right? Build a position, you know, but generally speaking, just stay out of these kind of weeks, guys, really. Okay, so Max is still in a sell trade. Yeah, and Euro Aussie dollar is rejecting the 177. Yeah, let me just check that level. So Euro Aussie dollar, there's this 176 level. Yeah, this big psychological level here. Yeah, price is 100% rejecting that level. If we look at the daily chart, again, guys, right? You know, if you see a daily support level and it's been hit a couple of times, there is, I'm going to say it. There is 100%. I'm 100% sure that buyers will come in at this level, right? So you're probably thinking, Tom, why don't you just buy that level? It's a good question. So there will be buyers at that level. So two things you need to consider. You don't know if these buyers are going to push price back up to here. You have no idea, right? You don't know if these buyers are going to push it to here and it comes back down, right? That's one thing you don't know. And that's why you find levels, right? There's, you know, potentially a level here, right? You know, and then you look for levels to, you know, if you was buying this market, to take profit. But I wouldn't be buying this market because it's against, you know, daily trend, right? And the other question is, why don't you just buy these levels? Now, very, very good question, Tom. The reason you don't buy these levels is this candle here, right? Is this candle here. And you need more than just buying a level. And that's why I look for structure breaks, right? Because let's say you saw this low here, right? And at the point, right, let's go back in time. Let's turn this into a little tutorial. Why the hell is this here? Good. Right. Let's go back in time, right? Let's put in this support level, right? So you see this support level, right, on the daily chart, and you're thinking, right, this is clearly a nice level. If price comes down into here, I'm going to start buying, right? I cannot disagree with that logic. you buy support levels, you sell resistance levels. By the very definition, that's what they are. Don't, you know, when you see a support level, think of it as a level of buyers. When you see a resistance level, think of it as a level of sellers. And you will get a reaction, especially on a daily support or resistance level, right? Now, the problem is, right, what will happen is price will come down into here, right? And you'll see this 7,600 level. And you're like, right, that's a beautiful level to start buying. Let's get a long position, right? And you'll start buying from here, right? And then you'll put a stop loss, you know, let's say you can't move it. Why can't I move this? Right, there we go. Right, and let's say you just put your stop loss below the support level, right? And you're looking for a 3:1, 4:1, whatever that is. You're like, this is wonderful. Price is going to come down into here. I've picked a really nice psychological level, right? It's support. This is marvelous, right? Price comes down, bang, takes out your stop loss and then reacts. That's the problem, right? You know, you've got stopped out, right? You know, obviously some people say I wouldn't put my stop loss there, but you know, just for the purpose of this tutorial or whatever you want to call it, you know, you get the idea. That's the problem with it. Okay. Sometimes, you know, let's say you put your stop loss here, you still get a wick that looks like that, right? And these are, you know, these are liquidity grabs. They happen all the time, right? They take a load of stops out and then the big boys come in. So instead of doing that and just buying levels, what I suggest you do is the following. So let's get this out of the way now. So let's look at two possibilities. So one possibility is you find a structure break. By the way, our indicator shows you exactly where structure breaks are, okay? Now, you can say to yourself, right, I'm not just going to enter in here because I don't know if we're going to get wicked out. I'm not too sure what's happening. But if I get a H4 structure break, that pretty much tells me that, you know, buyers have taken control at this level. Yeah, there's enough buyers to push this and break H4 structure, right? So let's play this along. Let's speed this up before you all fall asleep. Right, okay, that's news. Right, that has to be news. Okay, but then all of a sudden, right, you have a potential trade, right? It breaks this level, right? It normally wouldn't be this. This is news. It's 100% news, right? But normally you get a candle up to here, and then once you get that H4 structure break, right, we get a retrace back into this level. That's when you want to start buying. You don't want to start buying in here because you're never sure of where this low will go. But once you wait for a H4 structure break, right, and we get a candle, let's just say like this, then you know where the low is. You know the low's there, right? You could start buying in here, put your low below there, and look to take price back up. So I speak a lot to traders about getting in at the right price and not the early price, because people want to get in here. They get in here thinking, oh, I can really improve my risk to reward, and then get stopped out, right? Whereas I care less about risk to reward and care more about getting in at the right time, as opposed to getting in at a more opportunistic time. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Let's play this along. Let's see if it makes it back up to those highs. Yeah, there you go. Look, had a nice retrace into our smart river, and away it went. Just look at that, guys. Just look. This is all part of our indicator, right? So if you haven't checked out our indicator, check it out. Look how price reacts, right? Hits our smart river, reacts. Hits our smart river, reacts, right? Even when it starts breaking down, breaks down, hits our smart river, reacts, right? We're looking for buys. So we can buy in here, buy in here. Yeah, check out the indicator, guys. It will help you trade. Also, guys, while we are at it, I will look at more of your questions. But before we do, if I could, and also don't forget the Forex quiz we're about to have. It's very exciting. I've got the questions already prepared. Yeah. I'm more excited than you are, to be honest. But yeah, I've got a little quiz. So yeah, before we do the quiz, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and please smash the like button. If you haven't already, you can become a supporter of the channel. I think it's like $2 a month or something. So you can show your support, guys, and there's some perks for doing so. Also, guys, if you look above my head, if we start with the website, www.simply-forex.com. If you go on there, you'll get access to all of our premium trading education, including the course, including our mentorship program, including the VIP Trading Academy, and including our Price Action Pro indicator, which I just spoke about. Next, guys, come join our free Discord channel. I am saying it like this so that you come join. Why wouldn't you? It's a great trading community. Got loads of great traders sharing ideas, you know, having a chit chat. So come join it, guys. It's free. And then finally, guys, please don't forget to check out our Pepperstone promotion. If you sign up with Pepperstone using our link today, we will give you free access to the VIP Trading Academy, and we'll give you a free Essential Trading View subscription. All right, it's a no-brainer, guys. Go check it out. All the links for all of the things I've just said are in the video description, and if they're not, I will shoot the editor. Right, guys, I feel as if I've pound US. Okay, guys, we can talk. Okay, I've got some more questions coming in, so brilliant, guys. Right, we'll take a look at them in a minute. But right now, if everyone is ready, we are going to do the Forex quiz to win a $5,000 challenge courtesy of Blueberry Funded or E8 markets, depending on your geographical location. So this is what we're going to do, guys. I am going to put 5 quiz questions. I have been drinking. I'm going to put 5 quiz questions onto the screen. Okay. And the answers are either A, B, C, or D. Okay. So very simple. 5 questions, multiple choice, A, B, C, or D. You need to choose the correct answer for each one. You can just say B, C, D, A, whichever one you think. But I want you to give me your answer to the 5 questions, right? So you're going to have 5 letters. Maybe it's like A, B, B, D, right? It's not. And that's all I want to see. The first person to give me the correct answer for all 5 questions will win the $5,000 funded challenge. Is everyone clear on this, guys? Say it with stone. Where the hell have you been? So is everyone clear on the quiz? 5 questions, multiple choice. Give me your answer. The first person to give me the answer in the live chat will win the prize. Okay, you're going to win $5,000 courtesy of Blueberry Funded or E8 markets, and you're going to win a date with Gal Gadot for the men and George Clooney for the women. They haven't agreed to that, but that's what we're playing for. Oh, I would enter the quiz if I could win a date with Gal Gadot. Anyway, I'm waffling. Right, are you ready? The questions are going to appear very shortly. And 3, 2, 1. Go. Here we go. Here they are. Go. Sorry, I'm moving them around a lot. All right, while you do that, guys. So give me the answers to all 5 in one hit. I'm assuming you can all see the questions and you're reading them. Otherwise, this is just a lot of awkward silence. Evans, you're missing an answer. You've only got 4. There's 5 questions, guys. I need to see 5 letters. Sorry, guys. I've tried to do these quiz questions as best as I could. Right, hang on. There you go. Is that better? All right, let me get rid of Max. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Nobody's got it right yet. See you later, Max. Nobody's got it right yet. Oh, we have a winner. Somebody has got it right. And can I apologize for covering the 5th question? This is the first time I've done the quiz. I got very excited. I will probably display the questions a little bit different next time. But we have a winner, guys. And the winner is... no, the winner is Evans. So Evans is correct. So what does the term PIP stand for in Forex trading? It means point in percentage. And guys, we're going to do another quiz because I've enjoyed the quiz. And I can also sit here and drink vodka while you do the quiz. So I've enjoyed it immensely. But also, I will show the questions better. Yeah, this is my yeah. We'll do the questions better. But anyway, look, you all saw the questions eventually. So what does term pip mean? Yeah, B, point in percentage. Question 2, the cable is the pound against the US dollar. So B. Also, if a trader spots a double top on the Euro US dollar daily chart, what does this usually indicate? It normally means a reversal to a downtrend, right? If you see this on a chart and you see a double top pattern, that is basically what the double top pattern is all about, right? A break of this low, that is a double top pattern and a reversal pattern. Question 4, what is a lot size of 1? So one lot size is equal to 100,000 of the unit of currency you're using. And also when major news hits, whether it's NFP or whatever, C, volatility spikes and spreads widen. So Evans, you are the winner of this Forex quiz. Yeah, Brett's saying read them out next time. Okay, Brett, I will do, yeah. There's me saying I wanted to be a game show host. I've been a terrible game show host. But Evans, yeah, what you need to do, Evans, you are this winner, this week's winner. Please come join our free Discord channel. The link is in the live, is in the description. And then just come say hello and say you've won the Forex quiz and we will hook you up. Guys, if you enjoyed the quiz, please do a thumbs up. However, I will deliver the quiz in a slightly better way next time. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Right, we've still got some time left. Yeah, I'm just laughing. I'd be a terrible game show host. And we had some more questions up here, guys. So who was first? Okay, so Path wanted to look. So everyone's looking at US dollar. We got pound US dollar, Canadian dollar. So let's do them one at a time. So pound US dollar, right? The problem you're going to have with a lot of these US dollar pairs now is they're finding support, right? Pound US dollar is one of them, okay? I do not want to sell. We saw US dollar strength and we've been seeing pound weakness, right? Off what the back of the Fed said as well. But I don't want to buy, I don't want to sell into this level, right? Definitely not. Yeah, that would be mental, okay? So I think we're going to get, you know, like I said before, a support level. There will be buyers here, right? So if we've got a kickback, right, a retrace back to these lows here, right, and then we want it to come lower, that's possible. But right now, pound US dollar is no trade. US dollar, Canadian dollar was another one. And this was looking like potentially a sell trade, right? We was, you know, kind of in this, yeah, I mean, I'm even going to include that. We was in this uptrend, right? Getting higher lows, higher highs. So it was in this uptrend. We've got this level of support through here as well. And we're still in this uptrend, right? We haven't broken these lows in here or here. Excuse me, guys. So, yeah, it's, you know, we were looking for price to potentially break down, right, and look for sells. But that's not been the case. We've seen US dollar strength. But do I want to keep buying this? Again, like pound US dollar was at a support level, this is at a resistance level. And you can see this is a weekly resistance level, right? So this is going to be the problem with quite a few US dollar pairs. What else did people want to look at? So yeah, so there was another one here, pound US dollar. Yeah, so there you go, guys. That's the US dollar pairs. Now, Okay, and now we've got another question here. So this is an interesting question, guys, right? Tom, how does the euro news affect the Swiss franc or pound, negatively or positively? So euro and Swiss franc are highly positively correlated. So if you was, for example, if it was euro pound, right, or pound Swiss franc, right, these are highly correlated. So euro pound, if we were selling this, pound Swiss franc, you would be buying that, right? They would become inversely correlated because of the currency pair. I hope that wasn't clear as mud. But euros and Swiss franc typically are correlated, right? The pound less so. The pound is its own beast. You know, like Aussie dollar and New Zealand dollar, right? These are highly, highly correlated. So is euro and Swiss franc, right? And if, you know, so they will generally move in the same direction, whereas pound, like I say, is its own beast from these two. But these are correlated. So positive euro news will positively affect the Swiss franc and vice versa. Yeah, so that's really the correlation there. Yeah, I mean, let's take a look at a couple of examples. Let's look at euro pound. Well, I'll tell you the perfect example was euro CAD, right? So euro CAD, right? I want to sell, and this is looking like a really nice opportunity for us. I like this for a sell trade, and I know the Price Action 101 crew will be interested in this trade as well. So euro CAD, right, is euro weakness, really. I know it's CAD strength as well. Now, if we look at Canadian dollar Swiss franc, please bear in mind the Canadian dollar is second in this pairing. And if we go to Canadian dollar Swiss franc, it's now the first in this pairing. So we wanted to sell euro Canadian dollar, right? This is the opposite, right? We're in an uptrend and we want to get a retrace, right, to take it higher because of Canadian dollar Swiss franc is the first currency in this pairing. So there's a perfect example. These are working perfectly in tandem, although inversely correlated. But basically, you're trading euro and Swiss franc as if they're the same, right? They're both weak in this scenario. So yeah, that is the correlation there. Just looking down, guys, see if there's got any other more questions. Before I do, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button. Please go check out the website, check out all, so you can get access to all of our premium trading education. Please come join our trading community. The people in there are beautiful. And also check out the Pepperstone promotion. Okay, and Daniel makes a point here. So Swiss franc reacts to euro as it's the largest export market for the Swiss franc. Yeah, okay, good point, right? The Swiss franc is basically surrounded by Europe, right? It's like Aussie dollar. It's like Aussie dollar in China, right? You know, if the Chinese economy is performing, because that's where most of Aussie dollars, that Australia as a country's business comes from. China and Australia have very good trading relationships, right? And a large proportion of the GDP of Australia is down to China. And that obviously impacts the Aussie dollar. So if the Chinese economy is doing well, the Aussie dollar is usually buoyant. So it's the same with euro Swiss franc as well. And on that note, guys, this is the last live stream of the week, but please don't forget to join me next week, same time. Check your clocks, guys, because I think the clocks are going back or forward in the US, and they have in the UK. So check your clocks, guys. Same time for me. The clocks don't move here, and that is 4 p.m. Dubai time. So yeah, come join me next week, guys, for more live streams. Please go check out the videos. So I also want to share this with you. So I'm doing a series of YouTube videos where I look at some of the most popular, most watched, most traded strategies there are, and some of the strategies with the highest win percentage. So over the next coming weeks, please keep an eye out for that series, right? I'm going to put some strategies through, test them, and see if they're any good and suitable for you guys. So please come and check those videos out as well. Right, I'm going to stop bloody waffling. Have a great rest of your trading day, guys, and I'll see you later.